Meeting. Da, da, da. It's going, it's loading. Awesome. Okay. Welcome, everyone. Happy Monday. Happy Tribute Talk. We are here to talk about chapters 11 and 12 of Catching Fire tonight. And unfortunately, here we are with no ballad news still. We're still waiting. I was scouring the internet and Twitter before this to be like, maybe there's something, maybe there's just a little piece of something. But it's really sad that we're like halfway through the book and we still have no ballad content to discuss, but it's okay. But
Day 647 with no
we have
ballad.
some fun discussion coming up because we're talking about more cheese bun argument, and Taylor and I are excited for some PETA scenes, and the most iconic line ever is at the end of chapter 12. So I guess we'll just dive right in. Chapter 11 begins with Katniss outside the fence, and she realizes, oh no, it's back on, she could die. And so she tries to figure out how to get back to District 12. So yeah, very scary. I don't know if you guys have like comments on this, but I just remember reading this for the first time and being absolutely petrified. Like, how is she going to do this? How is she going to escape? But yeah, I don't know.
Her injury hurts me.
Yes.
Yeah.
It like sounds awful.
Like felt it in my bones.
Oh my gosh.
It's like
I'm so sorry. My audio is not working. If anyone said anything up until now.
I said her injury hurts me because it reminds me of as a kid, like, you know, you're on the playground and you're like hanging off a bar or something, you let go and then you fall. Ow, that hurt.
Big hurt.
Sorry, it took me back. I had flashbacks.
And when she has to walk like nothing's wrong, that seems painful.
Yeah, no, for real. And just the fact that she's able to like drop herself and like have the courage to do that. I mean, I know she's done worse things, but having the willpower to just be like, yeah, I'm gonna jump like 20 something feet right now, we'll be fine.
Couldn't be me.
So much respect for the queen. And I mean, like, even I agree with Chase with how it like Suzanne does a great job at like making you flashback and have like relate to these feelings with her descriptions. Like, one of the lines is, there's a sensation of falling, then I hit the ground with a jolt that goes right up my spine. And I feel like Suzanne Collins has such, like, her writing is very simple, and yet descriptions like that I just like cannot, I don't know, it's just, I cringe because of how painful it sounds.
Yeah.
Oof. And then so she starts to head back to her house, and like Taylor said, she is hiding it, which is absolutely terrifying. And she comes home and two peacekeepers are standing in her kitchen, and I'm like, oh.
The peppermint
again.
scene.
The peppermint scene, yes.
Yeah, this is like, I didn't know this was a thing that people like really loved, but I've heard that like people really love this scene and I don't really understand it. If anyone likes it,
I
tell me
liked it.
Mhm.
I liked it.
Does it just make you feel homey?
Yeah.
No, it's because like
She
they
comes
have to
home
put on this act.
and she
Hello?
Hello?
Is this thing on?
Yeah. Oh,
I was just gonna say, like, they have to put on this act, so like they're acting so like happy and just like nothing's wrong, but really they all know like something is really not right. And I don't know, it's just kind of cool to me, like they're all on the same page. I don't know, I like it.
yeah.
Okay. Valid.
Just like,
Does this-
I agree. Oh, what were you gonna say, Tina?
I'm sorry. Does this scene happen in the movie? I don't remember.
Oh,
No? Okay.
I'm so sad about this because I
No
agree with Taylor.
peppermint.
I think for me, like I completely forgot about this scene, if I'm being
Me
honest.
too.
Yeah.
But it was something I remember when I was younger reading it, being obsessed with it. And now I'm like, wait, how did I just completely block this out of my mind?
I like when the peacekeeper, the woman peacekeeper, is like telling her, the electric's back on, and she's just like, oh, was it ever off? Oh my gosh. And she's like, I'm a little overselling it, but I love it. It's just like, oh, well, good. I'm glad it's secure again. We can rest safe.
She's so awesome. And then the fact that she's also pretending that her foot is fine, like walking through her kitchen while she's lying and acting completely
Yeah.
normal. I'm like, what a badass. Love Katniss.
Yeah.
I literally, my notes is, I forgot about this part. And then I love the interaction between like Prim and Haymitch and Peeta. It's just so cute how they're like throwing the peppermints around. It's just so
Yeah.
awesome. Like I want more scenes like this.
Yeah.
Just little moments.
Them happy.
Oh my gosh.
I
It
mean,
just
even though they're like,
Little things.
The bar is in hell.
what else? Does anyone have anything up until this point? I don't want to like skip past anyone's comments.
I didn't have anything written down for this part, so
Really? Interesting. Let's see. But I think as much as I love this chapter, there's not a lot happens, but again, I appreciate this chapter because again, we don't see it in the movie and like we just get this like very intimate moment with everyone, and I think it's so cute. Jessica says, I wish a lot of these scenes were in the movie, especially the Peeta Katniss trading the book. Yes.
Yeah.
So
we cannot forget about page 159.
okay, what page is that? Because I don't have this.
It's where she tells Peeta to stay with her till she goes to sleep.
Yes.
And I'm trying to read it here real quick. I didn't take any notes for some reason. I was trying to get it read so quick because I hadn't started until an hour ago.
I didn't take any either.
Oh,
See, I thought I was slacking, but
So
What I
do you
regret
think
most
Peeta-
is I didn't get to hear the audio girl. So
no. I would have loved hearing this part from her.
So what do you think Peeta says back to her?
Always.
Yes. Yes.
Aw.
Always. I honestly forgot too that we don't like in the book, we don't
Yeah.
know that he says always.
Yeah, and told Mockingjay.
Yes. So it's like, why you gotta do this to me? And then it's just, I mean, I think it's so sweet that like she lets her mom take care of her because again, being vulnerable with her mom is something that she's never done before. And so I think that this chapter is so sweet because it's not only like Katniss and Peeta moments, but it's like Katniss allowing herself to like have that relationship with her mom and be taken care of for once.
Yeah. And like mending their relationship.
But then it's like, oh, just kidding. Around the corner, something's gonna go wrong.
And then, like Jessica says in the comments, they put the book together, and that's such a sweet scene.
I was like thinking about it. I was like, AJ, you need to do like a piece, like one of the pages from this, or like the cover of the book. Like, I would love to see that. I think you do.
Do it.
Now I'm on this like little plant kick too. I've definitely thought about it.
You should.
The scientific illustration is like its own beast, but I could try.
It doesn't have to be
You can draw flowers very realistically. I think
Yeah.
you'll nail this.
Well, I'll add it to the never-ending list of things I need to draw.
everyone.
And I
has
have
drawing.
like I have like 20 in progress documents. Like I keep jumping around back and forth from, but I'll just create a new one, no biggie.
The more the better. It's fine.
Yeah, no, it's fine. I'm not worried about it.
So yeah, PETA comes by every day and he brings Katniss cheese buns. Honey didn't read this part. It's okay.
Controversial topic.
What are you saying?
Where is Emily?
Okay, yeah, I probably should have addressed that. Emily is not here tonight because her sister is having a dinner birthday party. So
Oh,
Aw, happy
boo.
birthday.
if anyone
Happy birthday, Emily's sister.
Miss Emily. But then
I
it's
really
just-
felt
oh,
sorry.
go ahead.
I was gonna say I really felt like I know you don't have the same page numbers, but like at 161, that paragraph where she's kind of like admiring him, I feel like that's where she really kind of starts to notice like kind of let her feelings for him kind of show through, because she doesn't like to acknowledge those feelings, but we all know they are deep, deep down, and she's starting to kind of be like, okay, he's
How
not,
deep is
you know.
your love?
No. Is it like the ocean?
Pure
boy.
devotion. How you?
This is
We
actually
don't wanna
Tribute
get
Talk
copyrighted.
karaoke.
We don't want to get
Tribute
copyrighted.
karaoke now. Officially.
Yeah, we don't want to get copyrighted because we're really so big. But yeah, I agree with you, Taylor. That's so sweet. And then I think it's cute how she's like, I think, or he says, I think this is the first time we've done anything normal together. We're just like, I feel like this chapter represents like, again, this sense of normalcy for Katniss, like what normal can be and how she can start to move on from the games. And then it's just like, oh, just kidding. Suzanne's like, oh no, you don't get this anymore.
Yeah.
And then, oh, so cute. Each afternoon, PETA carries me downstairs for a change of scenery. It's like so cute. See, my notes are very detailed because I literally just talked about Katniss and PETA, so it's fine.
I've been noticing a pattern with like the way Collins writes, and she doesn't give Lucy Gray a break. Katniss doesn't get a break. She like doesn't give her characters breaks.
True.
It's really sad.
This was Katniss's like 5-minute break. It's like, just kidding.
It's like
You're going back
spirit breaking, soul crushing.
And then I remember this is a part of the book that I remember reading for the first time back when I did, was where she's sitting watching the TV and they're talking about like what's going on in all the districts and how everything is going, like all the manufacturing is being screwed up right now. And then she notices the Mockingjay in the District 13 shot, like in the corner of the TV. But then also she's like, okay, maybe it's just a Mockingjay. But then she sees the exact same thing with a reporter from the Capitol, just like in front of a green screen. And I just love the line, like, the reporter has simply been incorporated into the old footage. She's not in District 13 at all, which begs the question, what is? Like,
Yeah.
Suzanne, what was I'm curious to hear like what you all thought when you first read this for the first time. What were your thoughts on District 13?
I don't even remember. I felt like I read it so much later. I feel like I probably was already spoiled about it. Like someone probably already told me. Sadly.
Sad.
I don't
Also
know
can
because I
really,
was
like-
12. Sorry for that excuse, but
I was 12 too, and I remember this. So
oh,
Damn.
I guess it didn't have an impact on me.
I know. I'm like, was this not one of your favorite chapter endings from Suzanne?
No, I'm still stuck on that ants boring out of her eyes in the first arena. Still my favorite.
Well, I think the best chapter ending is this chapter 12, but we'll get to that.
Yeah.
We'll get to it.
There's a lot to like continue all of that stuff though.
Hmm.
A lot of the chapters are really like, oh, maybe I can read one other chapter.
Hmm. Does anyone else have anything about chapter 11 or comments on District 13 or reactions when you first read it or anything?
No.
Probably just hoping, probably just was hoping it was real, because then it's like, oh my God, they have nuclear weapons. That's like, that would be a major turning point in the war if there is one.
Mm. Yeah, I think it was interesting back when she was talking to Bonnie and 12. She's like, well, why aren't they helping us if they exist? And then she talks about that, or they address that in the movie. I forget which Mockingjay movie, but they address it.
One.
Is it
Yes.
one? Okay.
Mhm.
I'm just like, I would be pissed off too. Like, you really.
I always go ahead. Sorry.
Oh no, you go.
I always thought that there'd be a woman president in District 13, and that like Julianne Moore, someone would play her eventually.
Oh really?
Those were my first thoughts as a kid.
The first. What you-
Uh-huh. And I thought it'd be underground. That was another thing, but I didn't know.
you weren't sure. Well, you actually ended up being right. So go you.
They call me Susie Q on the street. So
Don't
Okay.
even get me started, because when I was like 16 years old and I saw Donald Sutherland in Outbreak for the first time, I was like, that guy would be great as President Snow. And guess what, y'all?
Stop.
1 month later,
Ooh.
casting article comes out. I shit my shorts, y'all. He got it. Let's go.
Tina knows all.
About old guys, yes.
Oh,
Yes.
I love
But he was
Very
just
important
perfect. I
old
just
guys.
can't imagine anyone else.
it.
Yeah.
I honestly can't either.
Well, I just think it's so interesting because, like, at one point, Emily and I were talking about him being like Donald Sutherland being cast, and like in the books, President Snow is described as like all this like Botox and like facial reconstruction and everything. And she says that he looks like kind of insane with it. As much as I love Donald Sutherland, I'd be curious to see like if they had followed
Yeah.
the book, what he would look like.
yeah, I don't know if Emily. I don't think Emily thinks that the book Snow matches the movie Snow at all. Like I think she's always kind of been a proponent of that's not really accurate, but he did good.
Yeah.
At least that's how I've always taken it. That may not be her actual stance, but
Emily, we're speaking for you.
yes, she sent me a message through my mind.
That's how you knew all of District
Yes.
13. But yeah, I
Yes, yes, yes.
love that.
What was that?
Sorry, I said 3 yeses in a row.
And it was like,
You're a robot.
Yes, yes.
Robot.
Am I having a stroke now?
You just took a trip underground.
going to District 13.
Yeah, sorry, I was underground for a second.
Okay.
So
Well,
basically, Snow would look like Caitlyn Jenner is basically what your guys are trying to say.
oh,
Dang.
Yeah.
I know, I'm sorry. I'm going to get canceled so hard, but okay,
No,
yeah,
it's fine.
I'll shut up.
yeah, just thinking about
But I feel like honestly, that's kind of it goes with the portrayal of people from the Capitol, like how she portrays them, kind of with that, very Hollywood type look. And
Plastic
I mean,
surgery.
yeah. So like
Face
she's not
pulled
making
back.
fun of it, but it kind of goes with her like, very elite type of upper class kind of portrayal.
Very Hollywood,
well, that's why I'm always shocked with, well, I mean, I was shocked when Emily had mentioned, what is the like YouTube it's like an audiobook she's obsessed with.
Oh, the
Yeah.
Tennis Chronicles.
Yeah.
Oh,
When
Oh wait,
you're like,
what?
oh, my audiobook
no,
reader.
you're right, Jerry. I'm sorry.
The Katniss Chronicles, they have the capital citizens speak in like Valley Girl accents.
Oh yeah.
I'm just like, I never thought of that. But when Emily told me, I was like, wait, I can't unhear this anymore.
Well, see, the audiobook I listen to, they don't even have an accent. It's just like repetitive reading of the same word over and over in different pronunciations.
So
Sod.
Facade, facade, facade. Yeah.
Hey, she'll get it right on one of them. One of the
The third
pronunciations.
time's a charm for her. No, but you're right. I have listened to that before, and they do have really weird accents in that one. I'm not sure how I feel about that audiobook thing, because they have such different voices and accents than what I ever imagined them having.
What did you imagine them having?
Not that. I don't know.
Like
I don't know
British?
if I ever read. Honestly, I don't even know if I ever read them with an accent. So to hear them with such a thick accent is weird. Because even in the movies, like the only one that has it is Effie.
Mm-hmm.
You know. After that, I mean, most of them don't really.
Like the makeup crew.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
Octavia.
R.I.P. Vienna.
Yeah.
Never even got a spot in the second movie.
Not good enough.
Sad.
Well, chapter 12 begins with Katniss still being on, what is it, bed rest or whatever, because she can't walk on her foot. So
This is where my cheese buns
Okay, bring
theory
it
comes in. The very first chapter, it says that she sits around stuffing herself with cheese buns. And if I'm thinking that it's sweet, I feel like you can't like stuff yourself with sweet stuff because it would make you sick. But you
Because you could stuff
could.
yourself with Twinkies.
I personally could not, but I don't know. Like that may just be like me kind of thing where I can't eat a bunch of sweet stuff, like a lot of it. But savory, like rolls, like I could eat a lot of rolls. So, anyways, that
But
was
garlic bread rolls.
yes,
of
absolutely.
course.
Hell yeah.
Oh my
Not
goodness,
the
yes.
garlic, you know.
Oh, I love garlic bread too much.
I'm hungry
Yeah,
now.
like you don't like garlic bread?
Not really. I
Wow.
feel like you just taste it for the rest of the night.
I get
God.
that.
So good.
Yeah, isn't that relatable? I think so. Me and Jessica, we can't help that we are correct. we wish we could say that y'all were right. I mean, it
Oh
would
my
make our lives
God.
easier to
But
not
you
be the,
can't- You can't sit there and eat like a bunch of cream cheese rolls because it would just make you like kind of sick, wouldn't it? I don't know. I
Yeah.
don't know. A bunch of sweet stuff.
I think I could eat a
Danishes?
couple cream cheese danishes.
No.
Like I would want to, but if I did, it would like make me sick. So
Die inside.
Yeah.
The sickness is part of the fun.
so
Well-
that is another thing that makes me think they're savory right there in that first chapter.
It's like, I don't know if Jessica's still a part of the chat, but Jessica, if you are, how do you defend this?
Rebuttal.
We need you in here because it does not have a good rebuttal.
Well, I just think you can eat like Twinkies and stuff, so I think that would be okay to eat.
But
cheese
like a
buns.
lot. She says she is stuffing herself with cheese buns. That means a lot of cheese buns.
Well, she's also malnourished, so maybe people
More.
can.
Not anymore.
Well, it's hard to
Yeah,
get to the
not
kitchen
anymore.
with that broke bottle.
That's what PETA does. He goes and gets, and her mom.
Oh, Jessica's typing. She says I am.
Jessica knows what's up. She'll come up with something. Come on, JC.
I just love that it's you two against the world.
I mean, like I said, we can't help it that we have been blessed with the mental capacity to
Wow.
understand.
Oh,
Wow.
you're done. You're
I'm
done.
kidding.
You're done.
I'm kidding. Sorry.
You're done.
Architect
You're
of me
done.
was showing.
You're done.
Pack it up.
Jessica will end up being like, actually, I've always thought they were savory. I just want to mess with them.
I want to make you feel alone. Jessica
Yeah.
says, I feel like if sweets were not a part of her diet for a long time, she would take advantage of it.
Thank you. Ooh, that's a good one.
I'm not buying
They're
it.
still savory.
They're savory.
Doesn't
She just
change.
stuffed herself with cheese buns. Because
But go ahead.
I was just gonna say, like, Katniss doesn't really like the sweet stuff as much. Her favorite is like what is it, the stew, and she like the only sweet thing she obsesses over is the hot chocolate.
And the cheese buns. But in the capital though, she the day that her and Senna met, she ate a whole bowl of chocolate fondue. And if that didn't make her sick back when she had no food, this isn't gonna make her sick when she's had more food than ever and is just now eating some bread with cream cheese, you know? I mean, she can eat a whole bowl of chocolate fondue. The sky's the limit.
We already read about Katniss peeing in the first book. I feel like that's where so Jessica says she was deprived of this.
Thank you, Jessica. You are the goat.
Jessica, I love you, Jessica. You know this, but we can't see eye to eye here. I don't think we ever will.
I think District 12 is too poor to constantly have sugar, and then
True.
I don't know how
Yeah.
many ingredients it takes to make like a cream cheese Danish, and then all that butter
Sweet
and all that
cheese.
stuff.
I know Katniss can barely make one little piece of cheese in the first book. Like
Yeah, I'm
cream
thinking
cheese,
it's
I feel
just
like would be
very-
pretty extravagant.
Yeah, but that was
Exactly.
because Lady
Wait,
couldn't
what?
put out some milk.
But I mean, hardly
Lady was
anyone has a
slacking.
goat.
But milk where? Like they're
They
not a
could
dairy
import it.
district.
Couldn't they?
It'd be difficult and like expensive.
No, I meant Lady the goat. Their goat wasn't putting out much
their-
milk, so she couldn't make a lot of cheese. Hey, maybe Lady's upped her game. She's gotten some better
But-
food.
Where would they like? I'm not really sure how cream cheese is made. Does anyone know how it's
Yeah, I don't
made?
know that answer either.
How? Let me look this up. How
Is
is
it like
This turns
sugar
into like a
and
cooking
milk?
show.
made? How is cream?
Cream cheese is disgusting, by the way. I'm just gonna let everybody know that.
Are you
What?
serious?
What?
Get out of
Yeah,
here.
I don't like cream cheese.
Oh my
You're
You're
Oh my
just-
goodness.
You're
I
just
am.
So
digging
you're like
holes.
staunchly defending this, but
Garlic,
okay.
cream cheese, the
You
best
just have
shit.
Well,
a lot
I
of
don't like
bad
cream cheese
taste.
icing is gross. I could do a cream cheese Danish, but cream cheese icing is like I'd rather.
Cheesecake?
Eat
You don't
a
like
sock.
cheesecake? Oh, that's
No, I
so
don't
sweet.
like cheesecake. I've never
Oh,
liked
get
it.
the hell out of here.
Oh my
No, I'm
God.
sorry.
Goodness.
Cheese, you're
I'm
just,
Hot
you
take
just have a
over
lot
hot
of
take.
bad opinions.
Yeah.
I
Just,
know.
A lot of wrong opinions. I'm sorry, but like,
Jerry
I know.
has
what's
spoken.
wow. This really says
You have
so much
offended
about
Jessica.
I may not like
Wow.
it,
Oh,
but I
you lost
support
Jessica.
her choice to eat it.
you lost Jessica, it's over.
Jessica, how
You
did you
lost
break
her
up
with
this
that comment.
alliance?
No.
I think you did it with your hatred.
I love cream
Cheese-
cheese.
cream
It's the
cheese.
best. I eat it every day.
Garlic bread and cream cheese. We're really learning a lot about you tonight.
Yeah,
And
that's true.
cheesecake is Jessica's favorite. How could you?
And Snickers. I don't like Snickers.
What?
I
What
don't
else?
like
not really
peanuts mixed with
either.
chocolate. It's gross.
I don't like peanuts at all.
Thank you. It's not worth it.
We need to stop talking about this. This is upsetting.
This is just the hot take chat. I don't know.
Yeah. Not about Hunger Games, but about
Yeah, definitely not. It's a cooking show now.
And then at this part, after she's stuffing herself with the savory cheese buns, she gets surprised by her stylist team, and they're like, hey girl, it's time to get ready for your wedding. So she gets to try on all her wedding dresses, which I will then just go on to say again how much I absolutely despise the movie wedding dress, because like the way that these ones are described are so beautiful.
AJ, draw them.
Oh my god.
Yes,
That's what I
AJ.
need to do. I'm just gonna start keeping like one of those like to-do list notepads by me, and it's just gonna be
Yes.
like. But see, the thing is, Tina, if I'm doing this, you're doing this too, though, is the thing.
True.
So,
Oh my god.
because we both have
Vomit,
very
but
different styles,
I
so it'd be
know.
so cool to
And
see
and
how we
I
each do
can't
it.
color for my life, so
That's
Yeah.
false, but it's
Stop it. You need to know how amazing you are. You both are.
we should both do this though. That'd be so cool. Two different takes.
Believe in yourself.
Tina, we need to collab. I don't know how that looks, but we need to
Oh
collab.
my god, I would destroy it. Oh, shit. I can already imagine the bonfire
Yeah.
that is my
No,
style.
what's gonna happen is we're gonna crush it in like a cool, fun way.
Yeah, I
Man.
thought when she said destroyed, I thought she meant like she was gonna kill it, and I was like, "Yeah, you are." And then she's
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
"Yeah, the bonfire." Oh no!
So yes, we are gonna hold you guys to this. So
Oh,
AJ
boy.
and Tina, this is a project that you have to do now.
But they only
We believe
described
it in
3
you.
dresses though, right?
I don't care. Give me 3 dresses.
That's still a lot, bro. That's like
Hey, as long as you don't
so-
add aluminum foil to it, it's better than the movie.
Oh my god. I'm gonna
Really
make a
is
dress
ugly.
out of aluminum foil.
Do it. Like get a mannequin and build it.
Yo, it would take forever.
I'll take 500 rolls of aluminum foil, please.
And then it's interesting because Katniss is talking to her team and she's finding out which districts are likely rebelling based off of what the capital is having a hard time acquiring, like seafood, electronics, what else? Obviously, like clothing from District 8. And I just think it's so interesting how Suzanne just like sprinkles that in there. Like it's not like she knows for sure what's happening. It's just the fact that like, oh, they're out of this and out of this. And it doesn't seem like a big deal, but behind the scenes it is. And then I love the line that kind of says it's spring would be a good time for an uprising, I think.
Yeah.
It's almost spring, everyone. I think it's a good time for an uprising.
I can't believe that Wolf and Cecilia or whatever, Celia, I can't believe they weren't a bigger part of the story.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Because 8 is everywhere in the book, But
Yeah, that's true. I didn't think about that.
Wolf.
That pause, though.
Okay, and then another thing that I was wondering was Katniss talks to Haymitch and tells him about all the like shortages and everything going on, possible rebellions in districts. And she says that Haymitch doesn't get too excited over my District 13 story, which makes me wonder if he either just does not believe it or he knows that it exists. And
Already knows.
yeah, like when would he have learned that District 13 is real?
I think he knows by now.
How would you find out? I'm so curious.
I
It
think
must have been,
Plutarch
like-
would have told.
Yeah. There must be like an underground like thing for years, and like they just know because they've probably been like waiting for something to happen, just hoping it.
I just then it's so interesting if this was like an underground thing for so many years that President Snow wouldn't think to like get more footage or at least like edit footage of District
Like, put more of an effort. Just like,
Yeah, like,
in
what?
general.
to hide it. Like I don't
Yeah,
know.
but once it's
Lazy
out, it's
propaganda.
you know?
Hmm?
Once people know, I feel like it would just spread. Like, you don't necessarily have the footage anymore to prove it, but people still could tell you about it. I think once that damage is kind of done, it's over with. I don't think any
Yeah.
more footage would have helped.
Jessica says that she thinks that Haymitch finds out about District 13 after the reaping. I'm curious to hear why. Like, what makes you think after the reaping? Because then that would be so short notice for getting them out of the arena, too. Because I mean, what, that's a matter of like a week or so. So
But why would he put down Katniss's idea? She asks him, like, do you think it's true? And he's like, no, like, he just waves it away.
yeah. Because
He's
I mean,
trying to keep her out of the loop, just like he is in the games.
completely out of the loop.
Yeah, it's the only time I've ever not liked him.
He keeps Peeta more out of the loop though, so with the big one.
True.
And then does anyone else have anything around here right now?
Mm-mm.
Really, Chase? Okay. You don't?
I just want to make sure you knew.
And then I find this so interesting that they're watching, so Katniss tries on the dresses, and then the next day Prim comes home from school and they're like, yeah, there's gonna be a mandatory program on tonight from the Capitol. And it turns out that Katniss's dresses are gonna be on TV. And then nobody knows that afterwards they're gonna announce the quarter quell, the third quarter.
Ugh.
But like, here's the thing. They go, Prim goes, what will they do? It isn't for months yet. We turn to our mother, whose expression is solemn and distant, as if she's remembering something. It must be the reading of the card. Like, how do you forget that they don't do the reading of the card a few months in advance? I feel like they would really make a big deal out of that. I don't know.
I mean, it's been like over a decade, so maybe they forgot.
But like, also when the Capitol like broadcast it, anyway, that was something weird that I guess maybe like Miss Everdeen like wanted to forget it, but yeah. And then we learn more about Maisley Donner. And I forgot this. Katniss's mom says they gave me Maisley's songbird after. Another songbird. A reference to a songbird.
No, so many birds.
So many birds.
Just rename the whole series to So Many Birds.
Each one is a different bird. And then let's see. They read the announcement and the most iconic line comes out, this ending of the chapter. I am going back into the arena. And I'm like, Emily, why'd you miss tonight?
Dun,
Because
dun.
into the arena, what the heck?
No.
Yeah, for real, the one not to miss. Why'd your sister have to be born tonight?
Seriously? Are you kidding me?
Ooh, she almost made it to like leap day. If that would have been a leap year, I don't know.
Oh
if
my
she was
gosh.
born.
That would be the worst.
Yeah.
You someone who had a birthday on leap day.
Just
birthday.
kidding, Emily, sister. I hope you had a good birthday. Sorry.
Happy birthday.
Family first. I ain't got friends, I got family.
No. But yeah, I don't know. I think it's interesting how it happens. Like you're just like la la trying on wedding dresses, and then all of a sudden they're like, oh yeah, they're gonna announce the third quarter quell, and then it's like, oh, so she's going back into the arena, just like that.
Maybe that's why the section where she's at home is so calm, to make that really hit home, because it's pretty calm chapters. Like, the fence
Yeah.
turns on, nothing crazy happens. And then it's like, wow, she's really gonna go back. Like that just kind of shocks everybody. I think those chapters kind of slow down a little, and then it hits you.
Definitely.
Because you're convinced she's spared because she's trying on wedding gowns. So you think, oh my God, she's gonna go into the next step of her life. It's like, nope.
Just kidding.
Oh,
Then
they
it's
do
like
that really.
also,
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
I was just gonna say, like, this is where, like, we realized too, like, we're not gonna get to see Katniss and Peeta as mentors, which is like, I think when I was first reading Catching Fire, I was like, oh man, I guess this means we're gonna see them as mentors. And then Suzanne was like, just kidding, no, you won't.
What if they had reaped
For
Prim?
themselves.
Yeah.
I've never thought about that.
Yeah. How would the books turn out if instead Peeta and Katniss become mentors? It'd just be so different.
It would be
Yeah,
interesting.
I would want to read that. I feel like it would be to see like how Katniss, if she gives up on them, if she tries, like who would her tribute be? I don't know. I think it'd be
Probably Haymitch would just shove her out of the way and be like, okay, let me do this.
Prim, I'm telling you, if they went and were mentors, that President Snow would reap Prim again.
Well, yeah, there was a theory I saw on TikTok like months ago, and it really upset me.
Not
And
the TikTok,
I'm bringing up the TikTok,
the TikTok.
the TikTok. It was about how somebody said Catching Fire would have been way better if Katniss and Peeta were mentors to Prim and Gale. And I'm like, first
Oh
of
my
all,
god.
too old.
Yo.
That's weird.
I think I saw that.
Yeah, Terry, it's like it was
Yeah,
so
no.
weird. They like went
I'm
in,
uncomfortable.
yeah, they're like,
Oh.
would Gale save Prim, and would Gale actually listen to Peeta because Peeta is his mentor? And I'm like, what BS is this right now?
Okay, but that actually wouldn't be that bad.
It would be
Now
Oh,
that I'm thinking about it,
interesting.
it'd be kind of
I
interesting.
could definitely see Gale sacrificing himself or something for Prim
Mhm.
in the arena.
Cue the Gale hate.
Gale.
Probably fanfics about it.
Oh, I'm
Oh
sure.
yeah, definitely.
Alternate universe.
But I think it would be interesting to see her be a mentor, but not to Prim or Gale.
Yeah.
I'm
Or
curious.
like, if it's not Gale, Gale's siblings.
True.
Yeah.
If one of
Imagine
them
Gale,
is
and they
old
have to
enough.
do another star-crossed lovers act.
Oh my god.
Oh no, not again. The whole
Again?
Capitol's like, we've seen this before.
Have you at all ever thought of like if you were a game maker and you made a quarter quell like prompt, what it would be?
I
Yes.
tried not to.
I have not.
Come on.
Yes.
What was it?
So this, I don't know how you would do this, but you would have each okay, say we're going with the victors just to make it simple. You would have each victor's hometown in the arena and their house and stuff, and then their families would be the mutts.
Damn.
And so like
Oh.
even if you went back home ever, you would just be traumatized about the people and the places that keep you the safest.
Oh my god.
Oh man.
Dang.
Someone get you some help.
That's kind of like the scene where the Mockingjay swoop in and you hear the family screaming. Similar to
Oh yeah,
that.
the
Oh
Jabber.
yeah.
Yeah, but like imagine Prim like attacking Katniss. Like how scary would that be?
That'd be awesome.
Yeah.
Like how would you ever? I mean, we kind of saw that with Peeta and
Awesome
Mockingjay.
or awful?
Awesome. It'd be so awesome to see that.
Or like Annie trying to hunt down Finnick in the arena. Like that would be crazy.
Oh wow. That'd be
cool.
So sad.
That'd be
Yeah.
traumatizing.
Yo.
I can't help it
Imagine-
because me and Suzanne share a mind.
Imagine Gale just chasing everybody down. That'd be creepy.
All the more reason to hate him.
There we go.
Dang.
But does that not mean that Plutarch came up with that prompt and he was planning that all along? I think he wanted Katniss to be in the arena so he could save her. I don't know, because they break through the arena.
Yeah.
And
I
then
could
Well,
see
or
him
maybe-
convincing Snow of that. Like, hey, you want to get rid of her? Let's do this. But he actually has another plan.
Or
I
maybe
think
his
that
goal
gives
was
the
just to get her
answer.
to the Capitol and fly her out. And she was a mentor.
I mean, I always thought it was interesting that the deleted scene from Catching Fire was, well, deleted, of Plutarch going down and replacing the card.
Oh yeah.
because I feel like that's the only information. I always wondered if it was rigged, and that like
I
proves
definitely think it's rigged
it's rigged. Yeah.
because I feel like Snow definitely knew what was going to happen because he did the wedding dress thing on purpose, and then
Mm-hmm.
because he knew like she would be watching that, and then boom, you gotta go
I know
back.
where you're going back.
Yep.
Anybody else have any morbid quarter quell prompts?
Well, I thought an easy
Yeah.
one would just be like adults. That's kind of like basic, but
Mm.
Yeah.
Can't remember any that I had tried to come up with. I remember when I was younger, I tried to think about it. But then I think also mainly like I just kept being influenced by like what other people were posting. So I don't know that I ever came up with anything like that interesting on my own.
I could
I
could
try
see
to keep
them
it that
doing
way.
one like I could see one where they do one per district. So
Whoa.
like 12 different Hunger Games happening at
man.
once. And then the winners of those would have to like compete.
Oh my gosh.
An all-star games, which is basically
That's-
Rule 75, but like this is like an all-stars, but like to the 10th power.
Playoffs.
Yeah. It's crazy, but it's crazy to think because like Katniss said they had like hundreds of those, not hundreds, but she said they were prepared for like centuries of Hunger Games to come. So they must have had some crazy stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And I also think there was a part a little bit, I don't know where, let's see. But oh, right before the end of the chapter, like a page before the end of the chapter. Let's see. Katniss says, whoever devised the quarter quell system had prepared for centuries of the Hunger Games. The president, oh wait, where is it?
Yeah.
I thought she mentioned like something to do with the like creation of the games, which I think is interesting. Again, every single time I'm rereading the trilogy, and I'm thinking about and touching,
Valid.
going back to that.
Oh
Yeah,
my gosh, the reasoning for the creation is so poor.
yeah.
I was so disappointed by a lot of things in Ballad, but that was one of the top 5.
I loved it.
I liked it. Yeah, I thought it was interesting.
It's
Oh.
just so devastating because it's so avoidable,
Mhm.
which I think is like, such a commentary on violence in general also. Like it's so
Yeah.
not necessary and yet like humankind will still go at great lengths to be violent towards itself. It's just interesting.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
So do you think that the quarter quell was thought of before then or thought of afterwards?
Was what?
The quarter quells. Like, he like wrote a paper about the Hunger Games. Do you think that was already implemented or
Mm.
was
Yeah,
it
it's funny
added
she never
after?
mentioned that in Ballad.
Mm-hmm.
I could
There's no
see
mention of
Dr.
that.
Gall coming up with some of those with her craziness.
Oh, definitely.
Emily.
Emery, we miss you, and Dr. Gall. I mean, I could honestly see Snow coming up with it because I think he's the one who comes up with all these brilliant ideas. Well, brilliant ideas for the games. And so how do you keep people's attention every 25 years doing something huge? I feel like he would be the one to come up with that.
That's
Yeah, I
true.
agree.
Maybe it's like
Especially because it's like
Little
oh, sorry,
teamwork.
go ahead.
teamwork, exactly. We have the dynamic duo coming up with hell in Hunger Games.
I could definitely see it being Snow because especially like in Ballad, his like the one of the main struggles of the 10th games is like we need to get people to care about this and pay attention. And so that would be like Snow's entry into the world of game making and stuff. And so I feel like yeah, that definitely would be like on his mind, like, okay, not only how do I make this one games interesting, but how do I make all games interesting from here on out?
Mhm. Yeah.
That's pretty cool if you think about it, because it says Here you see the tidy, upright rows of yellowed envelopes. Whoever devised the system had prepared for centuries. That'd be so cool if he's opening the box and it's like, hey guys, I made this. I
DIY
did
project.
Jessica says she thinks that it's teamwork because they wanted to make the games memorable. That's true.
Jessica is
Yeah, I can
right.
see it.
And engage the people Pan Yeah, like AJ was saying.
Yeah,
Completely.
I like that.
I'm like, I agree with Jessica on everything except cheese bun.
Sweet
Oh my
cheese.
god.
And you are correct about everything that Jessica is right about, except for cheese buns.
Y'all, if we ever had like a meetup or something and there's like we're all bringing food and whatever, and it wouldn't be like vegetarian options or vegan options, it would be like cheese, like sweet or savory cheese buns, and like that's what you have to put down on like the RSVP.
Yes. You get uninvited if you bring sweet.
Oh my god. You just have like a separate party. There's like a
Yeah.
separate room.
There's the correct room, and then the other people who
Oh my
like
gosh.
savory cheese buns.
No, I can't. Okay, well, everyone, we are all
Yeah.
going back into the arena. So that's exciting.
I feel like I've heard
Title
that.
drop.
Like someone should name a podcast after that.
It's a good name. It's a really good name.
Yeah,
And
it is.
it was totally my idea. It wasn't Emily's idea, right?
And y'all have stickers now, right? Y'all should talk about that. What's the deal with the stickers?
I
Oh,
loved
I want one.
those.
I want one.
I will put one like all over my stuff, like my coffee mug and everything.
So sweet. Yeah, so Emily and I have been like playing around with the idea of merch. Like, I don't know, right now it's more just like stickers, like starting really small, just like with our logo. So we printed some stickers out so I can always send them to people if you guys want for free. Like I won't charge you for stickers online because we're not trying to like make money off of it. It's more just like get the name out there, you know? And so it's just super fun, exciting to see like something that we created on a sticker. It's really fun.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that was really exciting. I got them in today. And
Yay.
Jessica wants a sticker. Jessica, I will, if you DM us, I'll get your address. I'll send you stickers.
Bet.
But yeah, it's just so exciting. And we have some other fun things coming up this weekend. On Sunday, we have an episode that we recorded with AJ that was so
Oh
fun.
my god. I'm so excited.
Literally such a fun conversation. We talked for so long. So it's a long episode.
We really did. I'm sorry.
No, it's a good
Talk
thing.
a lot.
Like we got so much content. Can't wait to see AJ again on one of our next episodes in the future. So
Yes.
check that out on Sunday. Hopefully the video file saves so you can see all three of
Oh
us.
my god. Yikes.
And then, in less than a month, I can't believe it's literally March tomorrow. We're gonna be doing our 10th anniversary Hunger Games watch along. So
Yay.
Woo.
March 23rd. So that's very exciting. And yeah, I don't know. Does anyone who has like Hunger Games accounts have any fun announcements or anything? Is
Jerry's giveaway.
Jerry's giveaway? I'm like, is that
Yeah.
done? Jerry?
No, it ends on the 5th, so we still have a week to enter.
Yes.
And
So
I'll
go
post
to
something on my story.
HG Fanboy
Yeah.
and check it out. And you could potentially go to Onset Cinema's event for the Hunger Games in May. And yeah, thank you again, guys. I know it was kind of like some simple chapters, but we're going back into the arena. And it was so good to talk to everyone. And we'll see you guys next week for chapters 13 and 14.
Word.
Survivor March 9th.
Oh, yeah.
Sorry, I had to throw it out there.
That interjection, I love it.
Awesome. Good night, everyone.